wonderful.
Yes.
I am wonderful.
You were jet setting with a bad foot, but now you're good.
I'm good. I'm really good.
And we're talking about celiac awareness. I know a lot of people who, you know, were thinking when I eat, I get stomach cramps, and then they get diagnosed. What is celiac disease?
Okay, basically it's you can't absorb gluten, but gluten actually damages your intestine, and so you have to be very, very careful about what you eat because you're going to have another inflammation factor, and then you get sick again.
Symptoms are like cramping.
Well, you know, but that's the whole thing. Don't self-diagnose.
Okay.
Do not go to Dr. Google and go, gee, I have cramps, I have celiac. No, you have to go and get properly diagnosed, because when you misdiagnose yourself, you know, just because you've got cramping does not mean that you have celiac or you're gluten intolerant. So you really need to go see a doctor to get it done. There's a whole bunch of tests that they do to actually eliminate it. But once you've been diagnosed, you have to eat a gluten-free life, or you'll have another attack, and it's not fun.
And a lot of people are choosing gluten-free diets now for various reasons,
right? I'm only happy if they choose a gluten-free lifestyle if they've been diagnosed as a gluten-free. Okay, I mean, because whole grains are so important for our health that if you just randomly throw them out because you get gas, I mean, there's a whole lot of other stuff that can do that to you. So
got it.
Yeah, so don't misdiagnose. Okay,
and you don't compromise taste.
No, oh gosh, no. So you know, I created a menu to celebrate Celiac Month in case somebody came over and they have a gluten intolerance or sensitivity, or they have celiac, and so everybody in the party can eat this. Okay, so we're going to start down here with cheese, and instead of having crackers, we're going to do grapes.
Although there are gluten-free crackers.
There are tons of gluten-free crackers, but they're kind of expensive. So just as a kind of a spin-off, I went with grapes.
Darling.
Okay, now there's a lot of hidden. Yeah, there's a lot of. I love grapes. These are so good for you. Now there's a lot of hidden gluten in some salad dressings, and so just don't look at the ingredient label. You have to look what it might say may contain. And so just to skip that, I just used really good extra virgin olive oil to drizzle on the salad, and a little bit of balsamic, and that's all you need to do. And it's kind, you know what? It's Mediterranean month too, so there you go.
There you go.
We're
it's good for you, right?
Okay, pasta. Oh, pasta. Okay, so that's a lot of people when they get diagnosed, that's one of the biggest things that they miss. And you know that I went to Italy about a year and a half ago. We've been arguing about.
I know.
Yeah, she said it's anyway. Whatever.
You love Tuscany. I said there's even more beautiful regions.
Toscano. I know. But anyway, so I visited Barilla and I fell in love with their regular pasta because I didn't know that if you cooked pasta al dente, it's low glycemic.
It's better for
you. But Canadians,
which means to the teeth, it's hard. Al dente means
hard.
It's chewy.
It is. And you know what? As soon as you cook it Canadian style, it becomes high glycemic.
Too mushy.
Too mushy. Okay, so Barilla came up with a gluten-free. I always look for all gluten-free products to try them out. I've never liked anyone until they came up with this one. It's made with rice and corn. They have 4 different shapes, but the best thing is that it's made in a gluten-free facility. And so there's no wheat in it, and so that's a really good thing. So you're controlling it. So I'm going to make this pasta dish.
So you started with some olive oil.
And some shallots, and then I put in, I've got hothouse peppers and tomatoes, which are local right now from Canada, and I toss that up around, and then I'm going to add capers and garlic.
I love your little bright cherry tomatoes too, because they're so great for a nice summer salad.
They are. So I'm going to cook, I don't want to cook the garlic too much, but here's the trick when you're cooking pasta. Is that you cook it, you undercook it, because you're going to finish it up in the frying pan.
So how many minutes?
Well, you always read the label. So this label for the penne, it says al dente in 10 to 11 minutes. And so I cook it for 8, and then never rinse pasta. You will go to culinary hell for doing that. And
add salt to your boiling water.
You know what? And I do now. When I went to a cooking school in Italy, you know, I'm not into sodium, but I do add salt. And then we're going to add the pasta back in here, because what the difference between Italian pasta dishes and Canadian is that the pasta's the star. And so we always do this, the whole sauce is usually the sauce. So anyway, that's going to get tossed up into
you do have a lot of vegetables for extra fiber in there, which is
I do. And everyone's going to love this, so you don't have to just make, okay, here's yours, you're the celiac, here's your lousy dinner.
No one will miss it.
Here's all, and then, you know, you got, wow, when I was a vegetarian, people would like, here's your bowl of peas, you know, and I go, gee, thanks for going to all that trouble.
Here's your mashed potatoes, and boiled potatoes and rice.
Right on. And now I'm adding the tuna because I really want to add some protein to the dish as well.
So it's a whole well-balanced
meal right here. You keep tossing
and it's all about the fresh herbs. What did you use,
simple. Okay, so over here we're going to use fresh basil, and what I learned in Italy was that you don't chop, you tear. So you tear, and then the other thing is the olive oil.
Because it allows the juices to press out. The juices, rather than cutting.
You always top dress with extra virgin olive oil to give it some more flavor, and then for dessert we're going to have a fruit salad, and so that you don't say, well, we're having cake, what are you having, Mr. Celiac? So we're all going to have fruit salad, healthy, delicious, everyone can eat it.
Mary, you are my twin. Cucinare italiano.
You can get the recipe on MairlynSmith.com.
Saporita.
Saporita.
See, I love it.
Okay,
Right now,
grazie.
at Mairlyn Smith for more on Twitter. Abiento?
That's French.
I don't know.
Andiamo.
Was that
means let's go.
Abiento?
I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
Anyway, it's the language of love eating, really. Just put the love in your food right now. We're going to go for Frankish in the newsroom.